Oh, now I'm sad. We reached the end. I don't want to go. We have reached the end of season 2. Hopefully back halfway. I almost have a place further in the universe, but that will happen. Give it an hour. This anime has been the most probably well-loved anime maybe in a while. That's a slice of life. Anyway, drama. It is sweet and fluffy, and it's comfort food and a warm cup of cocoa, and it's just amazing, and it inspires people to go out and do things. Just don't cause a forest fire. You do. Okay, let's not be the please let's not be the gender reveal people who end up causing forest fires, which I don't know how you do that, but fine, whatever. Anyway, this is also ridiculous. This series is amazing, and something I said last reaction that maybe a lot of you probably skipped, was that I was trying to figure out, I couldn't put my finger on what it was in terms of there's an element of this season I couldn't quite figure out what it was, the feel of it, and I realized kintsugi, and hopefully I'm saying that right, is that it's the art of taking something that is broken and making something new out of it by using lacquer and gold to fill in the cracks. Nothing is thrown away, it's just simply reused and strengthened. And so it does this, I realized, because this season felt very patchwork quilt for me. While season 1 had more of a sensible kind of flow to it, this kind of, yes, obviously had a flow, but it was more like in small chunks. It was interesting for me. And I realized if the best description I could give this season was kintsugi of last season. So they took the element of season 1, broke it, and when they didn't need, went away, and they reformed it and added new elements to it, gold. So it's still the show that we love. It's still the bowl that we love, but it's so much newer, and in a lot of ways, it's stronger. And I would argue the lacquer and gold of this season, which was what made the bowl rather beautiful last season as well, is the relationships. So again, the same elements, the natures, the food, the inside jokes, the shimaban stuff, the hot baths, the character existence, a lot of that stuff is the same. The food, the cooking, a little bit less, how to camp and more of here's where you can camp thing. But the goal of the season, as what was super enjoyable last season, is the relationships. That they are stronger, that they are different in a lot of ways. Last season we enjoyed the growth and strengthening of Rin and Nadeshiko's relationship, and by consequence the others kind of got pulled in as well. However, this time we see the characters get into interact and strengthen relationships in different ways because Anna and Nadeshiko got to work together and had lunch together and hung out all the time together. They formed their own bonds, kind of a little bit outside of Rin. And we got to see that in episode 11 when Anna was talked about how Nadeshiko's presence changed things, and it did. She was the catalyst of the show. Her, not just her meeting Rin, but her in general. Moving there, her meeting there, everything hinged on Nadeshiko sleeping and all the other kind of elements of it. And so there's no one else. We do not ask if that never happened because that's too. You know what? I still think that if that never happened, they would have eventually. They don't. They probably wouldn't have quite met because the brain clearly tried to avoid Nadeshiko, and because Nadeshiko's a lot, but they have a beautiful love and respect for each other, and again, the kintsugi, the golden lacquer of this episodes, I guess the lacquer, what has strengthened and made the bowl even stronger, is the rhythm relationships. The gold has been the new places, the new characters, some new jokes, sort of even more like character growth, like with Toba Sensei. Many character growth, sensible character growth, but growth nonetheless. And again, with last episode, seeing Anna and Aki and them working together, I mean, they high-fived each other when they saw how much the others loved the food. And so that would not have been, it would be inconceivable last season. Even by the end of last season, it would be like, what? That's so weird. But by now, it makes sense because, yes, each character is still the same. Aki's still overly dramatic. I was still a habitual liar. But also at the same time, ridiculously sweet. Anna is still kind of like the captain of captains. And she just kind of like loves teasing Rin, especially when it comes to Nadeshiko. We love that so much. Rin and Nadeshiko's really sweet relationship. That grows. Rin still being, the introvert that she is who loves exploring. Nadeshiko being waifu material. I mean, all of it's just amazing. And so, and the jokes being not like hardcore, like ha 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 jokes, but more of the jokes and the laughs that make us laugh because not only how the characters are, but the characters doing things that they think is funny, or the characters kind of screwing with people, or kind of basically incidental humor that comes out of just character interaction and incidents and moments. And that's something that we've really gotten to enjoy and really, really love. I'm still holding on that Nadeshiko knows or found out that Rin was like checking on her, especially with her sister. You never know. No, I mean, no, Anna wouldn't tell her, but I don't know. It's just still kind of cute and funny. Anyway, the series is great, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I started watching it a while back. And I'm glad that I've been able to, because inspired by Tiabu and how he does reaction videos, I think how he still does reaction videos, and it helped, especially during laid back camp specifically, but it helped me kind of reestablish how I do anime, so that way I can do these full reactions, that way I don't get gobbled up by the anime, or the copyright monsters. And then of course taking even more page out of it and like, well, you know what, let's wait until the series is over, like the season's finished airing, and a couple weeks after that, and then we'll dive into it, because then the copyright monsters aren't out there like looking for everything. I don't know why I'm doing a weird spider crab thing. But that's what that's what they do. They kind of hunt. And so it was a great idea, and it kind of keeps you from being stressed, and watching it this summer, even though winter camping was perfect for me. It's been incredibly enjoyable. And so I'm glad I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. I'm glad we gotten to see the evolution of that. I can't wait to really, really, really apply that to My Hero Academia, because I really didn't start doing that until near the end of season 4. Because I was doing it kind of how I typically do like live action reactions, where everything's cut up and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's completely changed. I really haven't been doing this format that I'm doing for a while. I really haven't been. So it's been incredibly fun to kind of explore that, and really, a little bit easier in terms of editing time and otherwise for me. But it's been a fun ride. And, I forgot one more thing. Something I was going to announce earlier, but I decided to change my mind, is that, so my brother, for Christmas, you've seen it. Oh, I don't have my little cup. Oh, I gotta get my cup. I'll pour my caffeine into it. I gotta have my Eurocamp cup. He got me one, and somehow he either ordered 2 on accident, or because of a glitch, I got 2 of them. And I'm like, I don't need 2 of the same cup. And I realized it would be really fun if I, did something for y'all. And I thought I would look at who has been doing the most commenting on specifically laid back camp, Eurocamp videos, and whoever's done the most consistent commenting on all that. I figured I would choose that, or I would just choose whoever's commented the videos, maybe do a random raffle, and then I would announce that, and then find a way to mail it to the person, because I don't need 2 cups. Of course, I wouldn't be able to mail it to you, whoever would win it, until after I get back home, because it's back home. But I want to do that. And so, again, I don't know if it's going to be whoever's been the most consistent commenting, or if it's just whoever has commented on specifically laid back camp videos, maybe more than 3 times, will be part of a raffle, and whoever wins, they'll win the cup. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. If you're not, then I'll just probably keep the cup or give it away to somebody else for fun. Maybe I'll give it to one of my best friends. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, we're about to dive into the last episode of season 2 of Layback Camp. It's super late. I'm tired. If you're watching YouTube, there's no sound. Partial image keeps the camera monitors mostly away. My camera went out of order. Okay. The countdown timer. You can't miss it. Let's dive in. So sun has risen, picking up where we left off, coming down the mountain. Cactus Park? I know, she's like waifu or child. Come on, guys, I forgot that. Oh, didn't I say I was gonna look up the lyrics? Oh, what's this song called? I forgot. Oh no. Oh no. I totally forgot the name of the song. Oh, I'm even missing the pictures. I can't. What's going on? There we go. Oh, seize the day. No one smile and seize the day. No, this song's gonna end, and I'm not gonna sing any of it. I'm such a mad this episode. I love it. I didn't sing any of it. I forgot about that part. Sorry. Wow, what a hot mess already. Okay. Got my cup. I'm like facing the right way. They're still not facing the right way. I can't see the logo. That's good, because that control burns prevent major forest fires. Oh, she's stuffed in there? A little bit. Hockey gets to be up front and stretch her legs out. Why does she get to be up front? Guess still meets up with him if with the plane flying. Nice. What is she focusing on? Oh, the doggy? It's a corgi. That's supposed to be choco time. Oh no, isn't that twice now? The dog has like gone past them. Okay. Chikua did that to them. She is. We saw it last episode. Is she buying all those bottles? That's 6 bottles of sake. Oh, okay. Every February. It's for safety reasons, you know, and other stuff. They both have brain. They're so cute. I kind of like how with this episode we're getting more Rin and Nadeshiko, Aki, and Anna hanging out. The sisters hang out. Yeah, that's cool. Matcha pudding. Coffee joy. That's cute. Oh, that's not, you're gonna look so ridiculous, aren't they? Because it's a scary camera face. It's good memories. Oh. Wow. That's crazy. Look down there doing some like construction work and other stuff down there as well. Aki, you're gonna lose this time. You're still gonna lose. All the adults are like, ooh, we're getting some adult time. What's that say? I love that. That's nice. Hmm. He's taking some kind of big steps for corgis. Corgis are like. I was gonna say we gotta have the corgi butt shot. That's stupidly beautiful. You know, it's interesting looking at kind of all the controlled burnt grass and the blackness. There is a beauty to looking at like burnt trees and burnt stuff too, because you know that gives the chance for the earth to sort of settle and grow new again. What is that? Oh, oh, that's cool. Can she do that because she's a stretchy face? Like, again, she's dying again. I gotta push it again. I can't do that. Oh, Choco gets to be in it. I like how they're just like. Of course, of course. She messing with her. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that she goes like a hecka superstitious. What is that cactus? Oh, I hope she does. Peacocks. They're monkey. Beautiful. Wow, it's gorgeous. Actually, where I'm from, if you drive through certain parts of Maryland, I'm not from Maryland though. There's a person who owns a peacock. As long as you see him beside the road. Oh, I guess the animals aren't supposed to be out and about. Whoops. Again, what kind of well, peacocks can fly, so it makes sense how they would get out. Pelicans can fly as well. And monkey. Oh, so it makes sense. Oh, those birds. They're kind of scary. So it's a cactus garden in the hothouse. Oh my gosh, these guys are idiots. That's something. So it's a zoo. But I guess it's a zoo in a way that you can interact with the animals. Everybody's here to see the capybaras with the little fruits and the little ears. Ah, feels, yeah. Cute things in hot water, having a good time. We're having a good time. You know what? Hot springs do that to everything. I love seeing the videos of some of the. They're very sweet creatures, I've heard. But it's a video of it's monkeys of some kind. I think in Japan. Um, they're big. I forget how big they are. And friendly. Monkeys in hot springs, and they holding a piece of fruit. Oh my gosh. Basically, they looked very relaxed in the water. So clearly, hot springs relax everything. She had your money. I do find hecka amusing the fact that the dog is voiced by a human. And not even the dog voice, very clearly human. She bought 6 bottles. How long is that going to last her? Sometimes sake is strong. Some of it's really strong. I wonder what she got. Lomini Nuku. Not bad. It's impressive. That might be really difficult. Might take you a while, honey. Yeah. It has. Not since Christmas. What is she planning? Okay. I told you, situational and incidental jokes. Nadeshiko's planning something, isn't she? Or she's just being very contemplative. It's rare when she's quiet. Does everybody else want... Oh, because of how cold it is in the crossbreeds, it would be very dangerous for her. Of course, she got capybara plushie. That would be wonderful. She likes the idea, though. No. Bye, Rin. We'll see you back home. Such a mom sometimes. It's so rare for Nadeshiko to be quiet. I'm trying to figure out what she's, you know. And it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. Quiet and contemplative Nadeshiko is always, it's some, oh, so cute. It's one of my favorites. Oh. She probably can't. She's so wide awake. Ooh. Oh, yep, they've left Izu. It is kind of heartbreaking, I guess, in a lot of ways when you do leave a place you've really enjoyed. But sometimes it's time to go home, and it feels weird going back home, but it's necessary. Yeah. And coming back in the evening, it's just, there's such a, from a trip, there's such a feeling to it. It's so nostalgic-y and squishy and warm and a little hurting. It is nice though to go on either really long-term trips or work things like I am with the time it's taking 11 weeks gone. It's nice. It's good to get away sometimes and focus on work or vacation or whatever it might be. So she went. Oh no! She kind of went, I guess, the same way they went, versus her on the way there. Got too cool, so she had to go this way. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Reminiscence time. It's funny because it's kind of budget saving, sort of replaying stills of the episode, but it's also such a feel and aesthetic and feeds into the nostalgia and the funness of the show that you can't really complain about it in a lot of ways. Hmm. There we go. That's a good way of putting it. Almost there. Wow, it's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, of course she brought back food. Oh, that's why the dad gave her extra money to bring. Like I said, how much did you give her? Good. How could she not? Is Rin not home yet? Oh, cute little side ponytail she's pulling. Boy, she hasn't got a text from Rin. Hmm. You know what's sweet about this is that the writing of the show is so perfect, and some of the oh no, and some of the interactions between them, it's like yeah, it's exactly how good friends would react and interact with each other. It's perfect. It's great. Most excellent writing. You goober. Sakura knew too. She's like, but she knew where she was. She didn't need to. Full circle. Yeah, I guess it does. She's drinking her canned coffee. Probably. Of course, we've got to end with Rin and Nadeshiko. How can we not? It's what started it all. No, we can't have Zan and Nadeshiko. We can't. And a very happy Rin. Very reversed there in some ways. Yeah, it can. And in this show, they will. Y'all, don't make me cry. I can't keep crying during these shows. Oh, she gave her sister sake. Okay, so she didn't walk away with too much. I literally goober. That's happened to me us a lot this summer. A lot of us have been repeating what each other says. Like, yeah, so I just said that. Oh, is that the that's where they met. We got to see them with the very original material in the first episode. I love it. Are we getting? We are good, good. I love it when. Sorry, I love it when they show new footage with this scene. And they've been doing quite a bit this season. They've been really creative too with some of their animation styles and interactions. I really enjoy that this season. Also, a bit of that gold in the Kintsugi bowl. Oh, Grandpa's apartment's so sparse. And he's traveling all the time. Why would it be filled with stuff? He's so proud of her. You know he is. Back on their school uniforms. Have we seen... Nice. And Ren waited for them. Things have changed. Is this an all-girl school? Except for the teachers, I actually realized I haven't seen any boys. It's over. Y'all, I don't know if it was because of the fact that it was just the feeling of this episode or what, but I'm so sad now that it's over. Yo, when Tiyubu starts reacting to this, I am watching it all over again. I really, really, really love this series. I'm so glad it exists. I'm so happy for it. I do want to watch the live action. I probably won't react to it. I've heard it's a little different than the anime version. It's a lot different in a lot of different ways. But I enjoy the anime so much that I feel like if I watch the live version, it won't be the same. But I'm like, ugh. It never is the same, is it? I don't know what else to say. I've said a lot of what I probably should have waited to say for that. Last episode for this episode was Kintsugi bowl of deliciousness with delicious Yamanashi something in the bowl. I guess it would be Izu something in the bowl this time. It's still winter, so if we do a third season, part of me is wondering, are we still gonna fill in the space in between March and when we see the lake? Or, because they're juniors, right? So they will still have another year. They're not in their first year of high school, I don't think so. Are they in their first year of high school? Are they finishing that up? I can't remember. Actually, they might be. They might be in there. I think she has her license, so they have to be second years, right? So we still have plenty of time. No, this is definitely not a series that's going to go on forever and ever, and eventually things will have to be brought to a sensible end. Oh, no. But that's why I really do hope that for the movie, which we're getting, that they do, I would say almost completely, kind of like with the OVA's completely original material, because that way all of the manga stuff can really be put into the series. And I know the first episode was completely original material, so I would love to see, just so we can stretch it out a little longer, maybe a little bit more original material in season 3. This has been super fun, and not just because of, it feels like there's been way more subtitles this season, but maybe because there's more words. But we have definitely seen for sure that this season, the I don't know if it's because the manga did it. It seems like it was also in the manga, but it just feels like there's been a bit more artistic goofiness this season, artistic fun, especially some of the more overtly cartoonish moments. So I think, though, from I've seen, I think when Rin's eyes literally popped out at the price of the eel, I think that's in the manga, but it just seems they kind of had a bit more fun because we've done so much traveling all over the place. We've also gotten a lot more rotoscoping and a lot more 3D, but it's been used very sensibly for like vehicles and kind of still images that they don't have to get too in depth with. And I think something that we haven't seen as much is that last season we really saw, every time they did a nature shot, the beat would drop or the music would drop, and it'd be like this wow amazing moment. But they can't really do that as much because we would expect it to come. So it's been more of a quiet, more of a slow exposure to something new instead of just like boom, there it is, which worked perfectly and excellently last season. But I guess it felt, well, we can't really do that this season. I guess even the manga writer felt, well, we can't really do that. Well, I mean, the anime would add the music, but we can't really do like, hey, let's drop the beat, let's boom. Let's just, I don't know, it's been kind of more subtle additions, but again, what's been beautiful about this season is that we've taken the elements of last season, the bowl, and the I'm forgetting the word for it. Not the gold. Oh, the resin, I guess, used to adhere the bowl together is really the relationships of this season. I'm a little out of focus, so I'm screwed up a little bit. Have been the relationships this season and their interactions and pretty much the growth and the connections of these relationships that we've seen over the course of time. And things that we got to enjoy this season relationship-wise, we probably wouldn't have even imagined this season. With, even again, halfway through the season, Rin was like really appreciated being the loneliness and all of that, but this time when she left, she actually was really sad, and she felt, it was different for her. There was kind of the sadness of not being around the others. So she is slightly changing. She's still the introvert. She's still kind of our solo camping girl. But I think she's learning to enjoy and appreciate people who she gets along with and has great natural connections with and chemistry. And as we kind of got a little bit of a taste of during the Christmas camping last season, is that all of them kind of agree that yes, we are going to be friends for the rest of our lives. No matter where we go or what part of the country or the world we're in, we're going to be friends forever. And that's really sweet and adorable. And of course, the perfect way to end this season is with a very poignant and purposeful Rin and Nadeshiko moment. With last season, it was more of a cute little, I'll see you next time, kind of like Rin-chan kind of moment. But this time, we really got to end with all of the girls. And so, yes, we ended with a really purposeful and kind of intimate and emotionally sweet, kind of like matcha mochi almost, kind of like dessert moment there at the end, which just kind of completed the beautiful kintsugi bowl and the delicious, I guess, yuzu comfort meal that was this season. I just kind of keep rolling with the metaphors and stuff. And we ended with our matcha mochi, of course, and I guess a little bit of canned coffee, kissing what Sakura was drinking. She's such a patient sister. And I don't know, it's all been cute and wonderful to see. I really got to enjoy it. I was really hoping we would have gotten Rin's, Nadeshiko's best friend one more time, other than the flashback, but I guess that means, like, oh no, we'll get her next season for sure, and a bit more than just a taste, which is going to be really, really fun. I really enjoy it. I love the series so much. Can't wait for the movie. And of course, I can't wait for the announcement of season 3, which will happen eventually. What was season 1 was 2018, was it? Was it 18? So yeah, we're probably gonna have to wait a few years before we get season 3, which sucks. But with the pacing of this in the anime series, first of all, it means that when it finally does come out, people are gonna totally watch it. And the other part also means that it gives them the time to really work on it and focus on it and really put out these beautiful masterpieces. Maybe not even, cultural affecting masterpieces, kind of like JoJo is, and Naruto and Cowboy Bebop, with things that are just like constantly quoted or memed or kind of enjoyed. So maybe it won't go down in history quite like that just yet. But it is something that's been a beautiful and appreciative treasure of the anime. And again, I would say, if you're going to introduce someone to anime and you want to kind of gently, introduce them to anime, something soft and sweet, and like, hey, you might like this. It's about camping. It's sweet. It's very relational. It's slice of life. It's not crazy or too weird. You don't have to understand too much about Japanese culture to grasp everything, and some things are missed for sure. So it can't be helped, but it isn't too much like, whoa, what is that? And some things you begin to figure out when you're watching anime, like the sneezing thing. Which if it was true, apparently I talked about all the time, constantly, because I sneeze all the time in multiple successions. So clearly, if it was true, I'd be a very popular person, wouldn't I? Especially during the summer, or in general, I guess. Anyway, this series is the best. It's the bee's knees. I love it. I love how they're coming out with more stuff. I have seen that some of the characters have their own body pillows. That's a hard no for me. That's never gonna happen. Like, that's uncomfortable and a little weird. But I had to talk to my brother about it, because apparently on the Japanese Amazon, you can get Rin Bluetooth earbuds by Yamaha, and I'm like, I kind of want some. It's so, like, so I was a little bit of greedy me. I was like, I kind of want them. So I'll have to talk to my brother about that. See if he, because he gets some for me and I can reimburse him, considering he he has access to that. Anyway, I don't have nothing else for me to say. The series is adorable and sweet, and I will totally rewatch it just like I rewatched season 1. But I do hope that Chiyobu gets a chance to dive into this series sooner than later, because I just want to see his reaction to this series. I still have to watch his Little Witch Academia reaction. I haven't seen that yet. There's a couple others that, and also apparently he reacted to all of Hibike Euphonium, so once I finish that, I can go watch his reaction. Excuse me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, reminder, I totally don't remember if I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it at the beginning of this episode. Yeah, I did. Of this reaction, is that I have that extra cup, that extra Eurocamp cup. It's hard to see because the light's kind of blinding it out, but it says, a little mountain says, "High school girls go Eurocamp in nature." It's a cute little plastic cup. It's microwave safe. I primarily use it for coffee. But cocoa probably is great too. It's a perfect little cup. I think it's meant for camping. But because I have the extra one, I think it'd be really fun to just be able to give it away. Because eventually, I have mentioned before that if I ever get to 10,000 subscribers, I would like to create, maybe if not a Patreon, maybe a Subscribe Star, whichever kind of is more beneficial to me and to you guys. But I would like to be able to not only have things to sell, but things to give away too. I kind of would like to do that. And even though it's my brother who paid for that cup, or end up accidentally getting that second cup because I got the first cup from him. So we gotta start somewhere. So again, I don't know if I'm going to do, whoever's been the most consistent commenter of the whole second season of specifically Laid Back Camp, or whoever's commented at least 3 times throughout the airing of the series, season 2 specifically. Will I, go do a raffle. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I do know I want to do it. I just would have to find a way to safely get the person's address and send it to them. That's the kind of the biggest hang up. Once I figure out how to do it and who to pick, it would be how to send it safely. So that part I have to figure out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Definitely like it, but to kind of, because unfortunately, no matter if you're big or small, the YouTube algorithm sucks eggs, which means liking doesn't really do that much, but commenting definitely, especially commenting specific things like about the anime and stuff like that, definitely really, really helps the YouTube algorithm benefit the YouTuber specifically, no matter, again, whether they're big channel, little channel. Comments definitely truly really help with interaction and kind of getting our videos a bit noticed a bit more. Liking does help as well, not as much. I don't think it's as weighted, and of course, more than anything, subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, or if you have subscribed, definitely ring the notification bell. You don't have to do it for all notifications, especially if you don't like everything that I do. You can do the middle one if you want. But definitely subscribe and ring the bell, because those actually also help as well. But again, thank you so much for watching. Share with your friends if you really liked it. Share with your enemies if you really hated it. make them suffer as much as you did. And hopefully I'll see you next season. And maybe during the movie too.